What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight 8610 and today I have a deck profile for you guys, of course using the brand new Red Dragon Archfiend support that came out in the structure deck that's just been released for Japan. So I'm using the Japanese cards in this video. I will have translations on the screen and it's going to be 3 of the structure deck put together. I think we're supposed to get this only in a couple of months. This set will actually be in English, this whole structure deck, and I don't really foresee any big changes. So I think this deck will still be useful for people whenever that is released, but we'll probably do an update around that time too. And I am using the TCG list as well, because I feel like it just makes more sense that way. But give me some feedback on this. If you guys want to see more of these kind of deck profiles in the future of using some of the Japanese cards with translations, that way maybe you know what to get when the sets are out and stuff. I don't know. I figured it might be worth a try. So again, give me some feedback, like the video if you enjoyed it, and let's just go on ahead and start going through the cards. Alright, so starting us off, I am running 3 of Soul Resonator. Soul Resonator is really awesome, actually. He's like one of our newest Resonators because there's quite a few to go along with this with Red Dragon and everything. Basically, this card helps you search for your other Resonators, helps you get the ones that you need to your hand, and I love too how it's, whether it's normal or special summoned, you get this effect. So it's really easy to use, it works great with the older support. I think he's just an all-around great card, so I feel like you definitely need 3 of it. Then after that, we have 3 of Vision Resonator. This is another one of the newer cards in the structure deck, the other Hollow Resonator. This one, again, is, this one's actually level 2. It's easy to bring out. I mean, when you already have, what was it, a level 5 or higher Synchro Monster, you can just special summon this card, so that's just easy to bring out then too. And also, I like how it can search for a Red Dragon, spell or trap card. So yeah, it's a searcher and it's an easy resonator to bring out. It does everything you need, and again, for this deck especially, I like how it's an even number because it's so easy because you have all these different like level 6s and 4s and all that, so it's just easy to build up into Red Dragon like that. So I really enjoy this card. We also have 3 of Bone Archfiend. I like the parallel on this. This looks really cool on camera. Anyway, this is another one that is easy to bring out and all that. And what I like about him is that you're able to like discard a card, for example, and you can change levels on the field. You can make them be like monsters go up a level or down one. So it makes it so you have control over your levels, making it so that you can get the, you know, the combination you need for the Synchro Summon, basically. Like what level do you need? He helps you out with that. And of course, really easy to bring out too and all that. He makes it so the first Resonator is a little bit easier too because of that. Like you can change around those levels, make it like a level 4 if you want, or level 2. And yeah, I mean, he's just a really good upgrade for that. And being able to control your levels to help you go for whatever synchro you want, it's just a good thing all around. I'm also running 3 of Synchron Resonator. I like this one because this is one we already have in English, but I'm still going to use the Japanese one, so I'll have the translation. Either way, what's nice about this one, it's a good just level 1 tuner monster, easy to bring out for all that, and he can help you get back a Resonator. So I like this one quite a bit, and it makes it a lot easier to go for some of the bigger synchro monsters, you know, too, like Red Nova and all that. So definitely, I feel like it's really needed at 3. Then also 2 of Flare Resonator. Flare Resonator, again, is one we have in English and all too. Basically, this card is one of like the best Resonators I feel like we ever have, because whenever you bring him out, like most of the time it's like with Red Rising, I bring him out, use his effect, get a couple more Resonators, go into a Synchro Summon. I can go for like Red Dragon or whatever, or I can go for like some of the big ones like Supernova and all that too. So great to have, and again, he's probably my favorite Resonator, honestly, too. Then also a playset 3 of Wandering King Wildwind. Again, another one's in English. I think the rest of our monsters basically are in English from here, so I don't have to say that every time. Basically, this card just works for Resonators, as you already know, probably. I mean, it's been out since, was it Duelist Saga? I think is when we got this one in English. Either way, yeah, you have one of those Resonators on the field, you can just special summon this guy, just easy Synchro Summon. And also, he has a good effect too when he's in the grave, just banish him and get everything set up even more. So, either way, I feel like he's pretty much just a staple in Resonators. Like, the card was pretty much made for it. So, yeah, you definitely want it. Then, of course, 2 of Red Sprinter. Red Sprinter is, again, another card that was basically made for Resonators. It was in High Speed Riders, I think, is when we got it. Basically, though, really great card that can help you get your stuff out there and go for a Synchro Summon. So, not much else really to say. And then for last row monsters, we are running 2 of Witch of Black Forest, because this card's just kind of a good little bit of, like, searching potential, but basically, I just wanted a searcher to help me out, and since this card is in the structure deck, there you go, you know, so it's nice to have it for that reason. Then, moving on to our spell cards, I am using 3 of Resonator Call. That is your searcher for your Resonators right there. So, yeah, really awesome card, spell card that just goes, boom, which Resonator do I need right now? Let's go for it. Just that simple and really great for that reason. Then, one of our brand new cards is actually Crimson Gaia. This card is awesome. Running 3 of it, I feel like it's a staple, really, for the deck, obviously, too. It's one of, like I said, the new cards from the structure deck. It helps you search for what you need, helps even, you know, get more red dragons out there, too. You can even make it so your opponent's monsters go to face-down defense. So then, with Red Dragon Archfiend, he can just blow them all up. I mean, this card is awesome. You have so many ways to search for it now, too, and all that. And I love just being able to bring this card out there. It's a good continuous, and you're just getting all these extra... Basically, you get whatever cards you need. I feel like it helps you set up, and that way the deck kind of is like, okay, what do I need now to go for the bigger red dragon? And that's what you do. Then also 3 of Absolute Power Force. First off, another pack name card. That's kind of cool anyway. But yeah, this is a card that just helps you power up your red dragons. I mean, you can get that power boost. You have like your opponent cannot activate cards or effects. You have of course piercing damage on this too. It helps you get what you need in the situation to basically, I feel like, end the game. So I really like this card for that reason, and yeah, I just feel like it's a really good one at 3. Now moving on to our trap cards, I am running one of Red Zone. Again, I love the way that looks on there. This card's a good destruction card that can also help you get back when you're banished red dragons. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory on that. I feel like it's good though for that destruction effect, and I like being able to get one of my banished ones back. So either way, really good. Then also, I'm running one of Fiendish Golem, and to go along with that, obviously, 2 Fiendish Chains. Fiendish Chain's still a pretty nice card. It's not as crazy as it used to be back in the day. I think it was an Absolute Power Force, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. Either way, still a good card, being able to just be like, no, I'm not dealing with that monster. But Golem also helps a little bit too. You have that banishing effect, so I like that. And he can basically help you get the Fiendish Chains. But Fiendish Chain is just one of those good trap cards that it's not really the best in the current format, but from like this structure deck, it's definitely one of the more powerful cards that I feel like is pretty much necessary. So I like having them for that reason. Then after that, I'm also running 3 of Red Rain. This is good because basically you're just able to banish everything. If there's like a problem, it's like, hey, let's just restart things, I feel like. You know, just banish, destroy everything like you're seeing with Red Dragon, just like destroying the earth, basically, in the artwork. And that's pretty much what you're doing with that. It's like, hey, let's just kind of get rid of some problems and kind of reset some things. So I like it in this deck for that reason, too. And then the last cards for the main deck are 3 of Time to Stand Up. Again, another card we've had for a while. Basically, I like it because it helps you get more Resonators, and it helps you go for some of the big red dragons. You know, I feel like it's an easy red Nova most of the time, Supernova and all that too. It helps you get what you need. But basically, I like being able to just bring out more Resonators and you just bring out all the red dragons, basically. Now moving on to the extra deck, it's all synchros. We're just using what we have, basically. So I am running 3 of our brand new Red Dragon, which of course is Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. It's getting hard to remember all the different names of these, right? Like what is this, the 3rd, or I think it's actually the 3rd Red Dragon, like original Red Dragon that we've got. Basically, he's a pretty good upgrade on the older ones. He has some good effects on that. I feel like he's the one I normally go for first, because when he's part of a Synchro Summon, you can basically just get a Red Dragon Archfiend from it, like the original, and I really like that. I mean, I love his design, and I think he adds a lot to Red Dragon, so definitely one of the best cards we've gotten from this. Then also 3 of Red Rising. Red Rising is just your level 6 that helps you build into Red Dragon Archfiend. Just all of them. So he's pretty much just the stepping stone for that. Then, of course, 2 of Red Dragon Archfiend, the original one. He's still pretty good. The main reason I run 2 of him over like just 1 is because of our new Red Dragon, because it is easy to bring out one and all that too. It has to be his name, and it can't be like Hot Red Dragon or something. So I really like him just because, yeah, the original, and with his actual support, he does really good. I mean, it gives him even an upgrade. Then we have Scarlight. Scarlight's just a really good one. I mean, I would say that's probably that might be the 2nd best of the Red Dragons, honestly. Yeah, I think he is number 4 then, basically, as well. Anyway, it's hard to count all these Red Dragons. Basically, though, he's just a good one that helps you get rid of, like, special summon monsters and stuff. One of the better, I feel like, well, just, like, synchro monsters, level 8 synchro monsters that are in the game. So, it's pretty much a no-brainer to go for him. The only reason I go for 1, though, is because you have so much room to work with. You know, only at 15 cards. I feel like most of the time I'm still going for our new guy, and I'm going for the original the most. So, and then of course they're stronger versions. So it's hard to find enough room to just fit everything. I really wish I could. Then after that, we have 2 of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This is one of our upgraded Red Dragon Archfiend, still a great card, again, one we've had. I mean, basically it's just the first, you know, the new card's the only new, like, card we don't have in English yet. All the rest of these we have in English. This card's been pretty crazy in the past with, like, Link Dragons and stuff, too. And he is just, like, one of those powerhouse monsters. Once you have him on the field, he's a threat. So yeah, you definitely want to have a couple of him. And then also one of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. Bane is another really useful one that I go into quite a bit. You get rid of, most of the time I feel like you're still bringing out Resonators easily. And you get rid of them to then bring out more of your Red Dragons. You know, you can sacrifice them for his effect, and then boom, you get another Red Dragon Archfiend, basically, from it. So, really great on that, and yeah, he's still considered one of the big boss monsters, at least the third boss monster. It's hard to fit everything, I guess, too. Then, Red Nova. Red Nova, one of my favorites. This card's still stupid powerful. So, yeah, he wins games. It is still one of those that when you bring him out, people don't always expect it, and his attack can just go insane. Like, most of the time, easily 6,000, if not way beyond that. So, definitely want to have him. I still think he's like one of the best Red Dragons. I'm also running one of Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. I think he's basically the equivalent of Nova, like in the manga, if I remember correctly. Something like that. He's pretty useful. He can come in handy in certain situations. I just like a one-up, just in case I feel like I can bring him out. And he does have his uses on that too. Very powerful. 4,000 attack monster as well, so why not? I just kind of threw one in. And then last but not least, one of Red Supernova Dragon. This is another boss monster for us, even supposedly in some way stronger than Red Nova. And this card's just really easy to bring out now too. I've debated on maybe going for 2 of these and get rid of Calamity, but I kind of like the option of Calamity. So it's kind of a tough choice, but yeah, I really like this card. So if I can find a room for maybe one more, because like you can do a first turn combo just about and bring him out. And I'll show you guys some of the combos too. Okay, so here's one of the main combos on how to bring out Red Supernova Dragon, if you want kind of a quick, simple combo on that. Basically, we have 2 of the brand new Resonators in our hand right now. We have Soul and Vision. Really, you don't need Vision. It's just kind of, we just need a Fiend Tuner monster, I guess, really, for it. But I'm going to go with that since the other new card, okay? But you do need Soul Resonator, which is right here, okay? Here we go. Let's say at least these 2 are in your hand. You go on ahead, and first you normal summon Soul Resonator. This one allows you to then search for a Fiend. From your deck, of course. So then I go for Bone Archfiend. I put on top of the deck just to make things easier, but of course it would be in the deck. You get to search for it, add it to your hands. Alright, then after that I want to summon him. So then to summon him, I need to get rid of a Fiend Tuner monster from my hand and put it in the graveyard. So we're going to get rid of Vision. Again, it just has to be a Fiend Tuner at the end of the day. So you do that. Now, of course, we only have like a level 7 on this. So we want to get to level 6. I want to use Bone Archfiend's effect to then lower his level, okay, to make him a level 3. If I do that, then I have to get rid of a Fiend monster from my deck and send it to the graveyard. So basically, Crimson Resonator is the best one to choose for that. So then I'm getting the Crimson Resonator from the deck and then send it to the graveyard. These are both level 3s now, one being a tuner monster, and then we will Synchro Summon, okay? So then we get Red Rising Dragon. Using his effect then, I am allowed to special summon a Resonator from my graveyard. So I'm going for Crimson right here, special summon. Then I'll use Crimson's effect, where I can actually get 2 Resonators from my deck and special summon them to my side of the field. Basically, we want a level 1 and then a level 3. So again, I'm going for one of Soul and then one of Synchro as well. So you get both of them. And then now with these 3 tuner monsters and 1 synchro monster, you are able to synchro summon. So you go on ahead, bring all these together, and then you get Red Supernova on your side of the field, which will have really high attack too because all the tuner monsters, all the Resonator stuff you have in the graveyard. There you go. But yeah, simple combo, yet very effective. But yes, essentially with this deck, you are easily bringing out your Resonators to then go for Synchro Summoning. So it is pretty straightforward. I feel like that combo is still one that's really simple, but I thought I would explain it, showing you the reasons why I went with these Resonators, because they are some of the better ones in my opinion. They can help you get what you need. Of course, Bone Archfiend too, being able to change levels makes it so that if you have like some odd ones, or you actually need some odd levels and stuff too, you can mess around with that. And like, even for one example, if I have it out, I could actually use its effect to then raise the level of Soul Resonator, make it a level 4, and then just go straight for a level 8 even out of that. So it does give you a few more options on that to help you go for different synchros, and then you're going for all your big guys here so easily. And level 8s, of course, too, are your bread and butter really with this deck. I mean, the original Red Dragon, you have, like I said, Scarlight like in the deck and everything too. We have our new guy and everything as well. So basically with this deck, you're all about building up to that level 8 and then going off of that to go for even stronger ones. And then with different effects too, like with our brand new Red Dragon, where he can even help you get Red Dragon afterwards. And then he can even revive himself later on too. And you just build off of that, where basically you just have an army of Red Dragons, which is really fun. And I really recommend trying out this deck for that reason, because I think you'll really enjoy the kind of field presence you have. So there you have it. That is my Red Dragon Archfiend deck profile. So of course, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did enjoy it and you want to see more deck profiles like this in the future, even with some of the OCG cards. That way we can do some earlier stuff on that. And again, this is using 3 of the structure decks. So we know we're getting that in a couple more months. Just give me some feedback. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.